YouTube, RPM Auto here. Yes, I'm doing another video from work. Seems like it's the only time I have to get videos done. So what I want to talk to everybody about today is blade steels. I mentioned this in a few of my videos that since I've started doing YouTube videos and getting into YouTube, my knife collection has grown and grown and grown, and I've gotten actually better knives with better steels. But sometimes steels can be confusing. Grades, and are they easy to sharpen? Do they maintain an edge? Are they strong? Are the heat treats good? Stuff like that. And so what I've done is I've got on the internet, and this is my own study material, and I've downloaded things like steel carbons, and then it has, you know, all the knife steels, or pretty much most of the knife steels, and how they're rated per carbon content. So I mean, you can get all this on the internet, and the internet is full of just charts and graphs and all this. And so, like I said, I've got page after page after page of this stuff to study. But the two things that I found the most useful, or three, is this knife steel composition chart, and it just gives you the carbon, chromium, magnesium, you know, all the information if you want to get this involved in your steels, and knowing what the chromium content is, what the carbon content is. So, you know, there's Lmax, which is what this knife is. This is a ZT. Sorry. So, you know, D2, CPM, S90V, S35V, S30V, you know, H1, H2, stuff like that. So this is helpful, this chart, and you can, I don't know where I found this, I just, you know, typed in blade steels, knife blade steels, compositions on the internet, on Google, and came up with this. But the other two that I find really helpful are these charts here, and this is edge retention ranking index. So it's a 1 to 10 ranking, or 0 to 10, and then it has all the blade steels on there. And I'll back this up, you guys can take a screenshot if you want, if you don't want to go look this up. So there's that. So this is for edge retention, and then the other one is pretty much the same kind of graph, and this is ease of sharpening, and it has all blade steels. So again, I'll back up. So there's that. I think I got this zoomed out. All right. So like on this knife, this is the Z, like I said, the zero tolerance, and 0770 or something like that. So there's Lmax, and this is for ease of sharpening, and it has a 2 rating, right? So not very easy to sharpen, but not, you know, the most difficult. The easiest would be a 10, which would be H1 on this list. But for edge retention, if you look at Lmax, it's rated at a 8.5, almost a 9. Actually, it's rated at an 8. Where was it? There it is. Sorry. There we go. So it's rated pretty high on edge retention, which is great. You want to, you know, have that edge kept or stay sharp for a long time. But you also want a knife steel that is easy to sharpen. So these are good information to study, you know, when you're contemplating getting a knife. What blade steels are good, or VG1s, VG10s, D2, 1095 carbon steel, you know, all these steels here. So one could, you know, like the, let's see, 440A or AUS 6, the edge retention is 3, but the ease of sharpening is, you know, super easy. So maybe you want to find something that's middle of the road, because I don't think there's one, if you actually look at these lists, you know, yes, one's going to be easy to sharpen, but the edge retention's going to suck, or one's going to have great edge retention, but it's going to be a bitch to sharpen. Because in general, the harder the steel, the better the edge retention, but the harder the steel, the harder it is to sharpen. So just some information you can get on the internet on blade steels. You know, do a little bit of research. It's not that hard. Or just get these charts and take a screenshot of them for your cell phone, and then when you're out, go, oh, okay, this has, you know, ACR 13 MOV. How is that for a blade? You know, is that going to hold an edge? Is it going to be easy to sharpen? Blah blah blah. You know, I don't have all this memorized. I pretty much know what's good, what isn't good, but there's a lot more for me to learn about blade steels and things like that. And when you're talking about bushcraft knives or hard use knives, or even machetes, or even your EDC knife, you know, if you're going to be cutting a lot of boxes at work, you want something that holds an edge good for a good long time, but you don't want something that's a total pain in the ass to sharpen. So like ZDP 189 sucks, looks like, and M390 sucks for ease of sharpening, but I mean, look at it for edge retention. I mean, it holds an edge. So, you know, maybe that's the knife, maybe that's the blade steel you want on the knife you're looking for. So anyway, just wanted to cover some of this and give you, you know, show you these charts. I don't know how well they're gonna come in. So if you wanted to blow this up on your computer or something, take a screenshot, or even go look for these charts. There's tons of them on the internet. You know, do a little homework, and you know, makes you that much more knowledgeable about knives and blade steels, and what's going to work and what's not going to work. And you know, because if you're going to be out camping for a few days and you get a dull knife because it wouldn't hold an edge, you know, chances are it's going to be easy to sharpen. But you know, you don't want something real difficult to sharpen out in the woods if you don't have a good sharpener with you. It's the last thing you want is a dull knife. So that's it. Just wanted to, you know, touch on that a little bit for all the people that are into knives out there, like I am. And you know, more information doesn't hurt. The more you know about blade steels and knives, the better. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. We'll see you.